doing in productive stuff at the moment. I hope you are well aware. Before we get into anything related to BSP related, we just really gotta soak all this in. This is who I aspire to be like. I just want you all to know. This is who I dream I could be like. Anywhere close to the levels of. So you guys remember Ace of the Great, right? I think now is a good time to do it. If you ever read Homestuck, I might have to take you guys to read Homestuck first to explain what's going on here. So, here we have Homestuck. So in Homestuck, there is this really cool section of what they like to call the story. Fuck, I gotta have to look for this for a little bit, you know. Today let's talk about Homestuck. Randomly, to explain what's happening here, randomly in Homestuck, we will get intermissions with this guy called Andrew Hussey. They wrote Homestuck, the comic. Let's go back. Let's just look at. There we go. This is Hussey will come in, give their funny remarks, and then you get to go on to the story. Look at Hussey being a silly little guy, being so homestucking. See what I'm gonna do, because earlier, actually though, Hussey would like to recap the story, give long recaps. Let me look up the term recap. This is Andrew Hussey, recapping Homestuck, and then being a silly little guy. So we are going. Look at Andrew Hussey. Look at them. Are they not cool? I mean, they did horrible things, but are they not cool? They might be like the reincarnation of Hitler, but are they not cool? Do they not have aura? Does Hitler not have aura? Anyway, so what we're gonna do is I plan to be the next Andrew Hussey, minus the things, minus all of that, minus all the horrible things that Andrew Hussey has done. But I will have the aura, as today we shall be recapping the events of Ace of the Great before we continue on with Ace of the Great Act 57, Ace of the Great 2026, the new reboot, the new Ace of the Great reboot. Are you guys excited? In the meantime, I shall also give you my, I guess if you guys really deserve it, I shall give you behind the scenes details on the Ace of the Great storyline. Is the internet cutting out? I might kill myself if so. Let me get a drink, because I'm going to be fucking tired. We start off with the Banana Splits episode. This is the first review ever done on Ace of the Great. As you can tell by it's the first fucking episode. This person right here, as you can see, this is Asa T. Great. We don't get a good look at their face. They're around 12 years old at the events of this video. As you know, he is around 12 years old because Asa T. Great is a cishet male. Like a chud. White also. Very fucking white. If I do. Like the crackerest cracker to ever fucking cracker. You can tell that because I gave a shit about the Banana Splits movie. When you go to the first time we see this chud's fucking face, because it takes a while. We don't see their face for a little bit. You may be wondering, hey, you're skipping over so many fucking episodes. That's because there's no story progression. We meet some of Ace's friends. We meet Josh, Garrett, Tony, Ash, Raleigh. None of them's fucking important to the story. I'll get to them. I'll talk to them when they become important. But they're only important in going to be one fucking episode. So Tim actually is important. We got to discuss Tim and the Holy Milk episode. Let me turn down the volume. I'm just going to put this in as just like I am suffering. By the way, Andrew Hussey's still on my computer screen. I personally don't understand why the internet's this bad.
He watched Oh yes, good job, Holy Milk.
Where's Tony? Where's Tim? Where's the fucking Tim scene?
Freaking got it. I do no longer want that holy milk. This is the new holy milk.
Yeah.
Can I get this holy milk? No.
You almost have
I almost took a
What?
shot.
You don't want to laugh at it.
If you have the holy milk, you can ask it for, you can ask.
So that's Tim. We need to discuss Tim. Tim is only important as he is the celestial scholar of the BSPM. He knows all about the different celestials, as you can tell. His whole thing, he knows about the holy milk. He teaches us about the holy milk. But canonically, he is dead. He gets killed by Lucifer later on. But that's really all that's important about the holy milk, is that we learn about, this is our first celestial we learn about. Basically a milk that can predict the future. And we know about Tim. Tim is an important outside of that fact. He is a scholar. But like, the next important episode we have to discuss is, I'm not watching this one. I'm going to be watching the Christ Complex one, so we get to look at their face. I brought up a character called Josh before. This is not that same character. This is Lucifer. I'm spoiling the twist now because after a while it just becomes known as Lucifer. So he's more well known as Lucifer than as Josh. Lucifer is an alcoholic. Lucifer is going to be our main villain for a while. Basically, Lucifer, he finds the Death Note, kills a bunch of people, then is shot and killed. This is going to become a recurring trend of Lucifer getting shot and killed. Now we actually get to see Asa T. Great's fucking face. And you may notice a little thing, is that once we move on, once we actually, he looks exactly like Lucifer. I have to correct the cishet fucker's pronouns because I forgot they share a name as me. The big important thing is, next up, Asa T. Great likes to review Scott the Woz. Now, you may be, Asa, why are you speed running through the story? That's because fucking, who gives a shit about the story of Season 1? There's Asa T. All this does is introduce Asa T. Great, they review stuff, they hang out with their friends, do stupid shit, and then there's Lucifer, who also reviews stuff, but Lucifer's also a mass fucking murderer. That's all the important thing. None of Asa friends fucking matter! None of the friends fucking matter! Anyway, they review Scott the Woz once. This is a bad video. Look at Asa reviewing Scott the Woz once. And then at the end of the second episode, they think, this is not the end of the episode after, they think about reviewing Scott. What the fuck? No, wait, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Even thinking about putting them into the timeline can end the world. Oh crap, I thought about it.
So they end the world by thinking about making another Scott the Woz video, and then we're hit,
Hello, welcome to the end of this video. You can watch the previous episode.
what the fuck is this? No, seriously, what the fuck is this? What possessed them to put on a fedora? What? Anyway, now you want to actually end up discussion of a video. Here we go. Here we actually go. This one involves the end of the world. So Asa T. Great ends the world and talking about Scott the Woz again, and it realizes, you know, to stop this, they have to use the holy shit. Okay, there we go. He has to use the flashpoint powers.
Really fast into Flash. The only problem is it might create a flashpoint.
So Asa T. Great has the powers of the Flash. Now, this wasn't established beforehand, but it's nice to know that Asa T. Great has the powers of the Flash. And besides, to create a flashpoint, which creates a world where there's an evil fucking Batman.
Nobody can stop.
Now, if you notice, there's a difference between audio qualities between the actual voiceover, between some lines. That is because originally, the original edit of this, the reason why it's re-uploaded, so originally I fucked up while editing the audio, so it was completely incomprehensible. So through the entire later half of the video, I had to re-record the audio and try to match it up.
Or can you?
This is re-recorded audio.
Be evil. If you don't, I'll fight you. But what if you fail? You know,
That's OG audio. But the thing is, anyway, during this, Lucifer fucking shows up.
So, Jill, apparently the world's glitching because this idiot decided to talk about Mario Kart 8 2 times in a row. Technically.
Lucifer comes up and it implies he's from the Scott the Walls universe. That plot point gets dropped pretty quickly. It gets completely fucking dropped. So, Lucifer helps Asa make a new universe, and there's fucking Wombu and Spectra references. This is not going to be the last time Wombu and Spectra are referenced. It's going to be a while before they're referenced again. But it's not the last time. Anyway, jump up Superstar. So that's season 1 of Asa the Great 2019. I say it's a solid fuck you, Asa. Fuck you. Anyway, you ready for no more plot progression? Asa moves into a new house in this episode. This is where we get the Your Boy Mr. Sad saga. Now, there was a kid I know named Your Boy Mr. Sad. He was also a reviewer, but the difference between me and him is that he was much younger than me, and he was actually good. Now, this was me trying to insert myself into his storyline by making that storyline a plot point in my show. Anyway, Asa T. Great is a lawyer and wants to represent Mr. Sad as he's getting sued by DSI Games. That's the plot of this whole one, and this video was actually praised when it came out. It turns out trying to rip off Mr. Sad works.
Even if you did.
Tell me this fit is not fire.
We lie a lot. There is nothing that you can't do if you don't lie.
That's what I say. Mr. Sad is referenced in my game collection. Then we learn in this episode, Your Boy Mr. Sad lore, that Asa T. Great put cameras in Your Boy Mr. Sad's house to try to stalk him in order to try to get information on DSI Games so they can represent him as a lawyer.
A while ago. Maybe that's evidence that, people might actually believe me in the current.
Mr. Sad is kind of like a little Chazington. Anyway, get ready for this plotline to get dropped. Next up is the Carman saga, where we introduce Carman. So here's Carman.
Yeah, so that's it. This dude's car got towed and he did a shit ton of drugs.
Carman is played by Marcy Needham, and Carman is God, the actual God. Jesus Christ God. Not God like me. This The reason Carman was, you may be wondering, so what made you guys come up with the idea of Carman? And the answer is child neglect. So moving on to the next Carman episode, First Drug Deal Vlog. We decided to film a second Carman video, and eventually we got yelled at and we weren't allowed to film Carman videos. So I decide to go yell at Zach Gutberlit.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm finally out where my drug dealer is. We're gonna go ask him for the drugs.
Where the fuck are my drugs, you piece of shit?
This is Marcy's favorite episode. There's also the PlayStation Move episode, which ends the Carman trilogy. This one's only important to the fact that at the end it's revealed that Asa T. Great and Carman went missing, kidnapped by someone. This will be a crucial plot point soon. The game deck subtly references Kira. It follows on the Kira storyline, who we know is Lucifer. It says, but it also Asa eventually tries to frame Mr. Sad for it, but it doesn't really fucking matter. We need to talk about the end, which is the culmination of the Asa the Great storyline, the Adventures of Roy storyline at the time, and the Yode's Extra storyline up to Multiverse Travel 3. Because we have Roy in it, this is set up directly after Multiverse Travel 3, and Roy is just finished with that incident, and then we learn, this is where we get the twist that he's Lucifer. But in this episode, Josh Lucifer is called Satan. A DVD copy of Good Morning Vietnam. I have that. I just have that. Okay.
Why do you guys fight? Why do they fight?
Carman's fucking God.
This is where we finally get to start to see Ace's iconic long
How do
hair.
you not? I thought it was normal. I thought everybody knew that God was Carman. My god loved cars and Weezer.
Anyway, I'm not explaining his convoluted scheme. Anyway, he had a convoluted scheme about becoming Kira to destroy the CCC so no one could stop Lewis from Christ Complex from winning the battle against Quinn in 70 years from now, so Lucifer could take over the world. But because of a second flashpoint that Asa does, preventing them from doing the first flashpoint or even ever going to Texas, which caused the first flashpoint of the Scott the Woz thing, Lucifer is stopped and killed. But Asa also got shot while that was happening, so Asa dies and replaced by this Asa. This plot point is completely dropped next season, as the next season we meet up with Asa in Hell. By the way, the episode The Return is not important because that sets up Multiverse Travel 4 from Yo It's Extra. And although Multiverse Travel 4 is kind of important, as it gives reason to why Asa can escape from hell because Lucifer is fucking dead again. By the way, this is the third time this video I brought up Lucifer fucking died. Anyway, Asa's in hell. Asa escapes from hell. This is where we get to Asa News 3, where Asa goes insane.
So,
this is where Asa gets sick and needs Carman's blood and talks to Raleigh about getting Carman's blood so they can be cured of their illness. This is So Amazing Spider-Man 2 core. I've been recording for 20 odd minutes. This is So Amazing Spider-Man 2 core. So essentially, when Raleigh also says Carman's a fictional character, which is not true, because in every universe, Carman is recognized as God, so Raleigh was just fucking with Asa. Anyway, this is when Asa becomes Mysterio. We get Jeff Epstein. Here we have Chibi Reviews and Jeff Epstein doing the news. And then we get Raleigh Parker, aka Spider-Man, kicking Asa's ass. That is the plot of the second episode too, but this time it's holy shit. But this time it's Peter Parker kicking Asa's ass. Eventually, Asa snaps their fingers, does a Thanos snap, and then Roy had to fucking save the day. You want to know how? How Roy saves the day? You want to know how? That's right, another Flashpoint! That's evil Sonic, by the way. Dude, God, if there's two things you could take away from Ace the Great 2019, is that they love Lucifer dying, and they love having a Flashpoint! So there was an Adventures of Roy plotline, which had Mysterio in it, aka Ace the T-Great. And in that one, Ace the T-Great died again, and but then is brought back for season 4 of Ace the Great, which this episode we actually get a flashback to Ace the T-Great dying in this one in the previous AOR season.
Man, dude, you did fucking good today. You made another review about fucking Nostalgia Critic. Man, this is gonna get a shit ton of views. Wait. Something seems off. I don't know what. What?
Anyway, this solo season is about meeting the one above Carman. Ace News 4 is not important. It's basically a glorified AOR sequel. Literally, I don't think really anything in this season immediately contributes to nothing. Lucifer dies again. We get the sequel to the Holy Milk. Nothing in this season immediately contributes to anything because it's all ripped apart by the end because of behind the scenes drama over the Carman legal battle. So that basically leads to a shit ending. People really don't understand. The reason why Ace of the Great Season 4 ends so abruptly is because of behind-the-scene issues. By the way, the plot of all the characters dying this episode is not brought up again. They just come back in the next AOR season. Although, Mysterio dying at the end of this one after meeting me. Meeting me, by the way. Where's me? Where's me? There it is.
Right now.
Look at that chud. Mysterio has so much war in this episode. Mysterio actually looks good. Mysterio has that drip on.
Man, you know, being a
Look at that. Look at
fan
that.
of Doug Walker's work, I should have just assumed that the one above Carman would be just fucking me.
Anyway, Mysterio's dies. Ace of the Great 2019's over. What the fuck's this? This is Ace of the Great 2022. This is where we meet. This was created a month after 2019, and Season 1 doesn't really have a plot. Let's just introduce our main character. This is Asa Goodman. They actually go by they, them. They're in their mid-20s, much older than me. They're a faggot.
So I just picked a random game out of my shelf and I'm going to talk about it.
Now, I am more fond of Ace of the Great 2022 story because I think it's a good show, unlike 2019. And I think the plot is much objectively funnier. It's more coherent while still being objectively fucking hilarious. Here's our main villain, Jeffrey McPussy Slayer. I designed him to be a hit character and everyone in BSP loved him, so it was a massive raging success. Jeffrey McPussy Slayer's whole thing is that he is a capitalist. And he succeeds. Basically, his whole thing, he is Asa Goodman's landlord who proceeds to scam them so they can't pay their rent, so they can just evict them. For no reason outside the fact that Jeffrey McPussy Slayer is a petty fucking asshole. You may be implying as he's a massive capitalist, he might be much older than Asa Goodman. He is the same age. They were in the same graduating class. I'm just saying that now because that is mighty important. Anyway, the next episode is also pretty important because we get a return of a fan favorite character who by the way, this is set in the same universe as 2019, by the way. So, this isn't a rebooted version of here. This is the exact same character where we get to see for this new
Contacted NYZ.
fuck it. Lucifer is back! You could tell by the red hoodie. You might be saying, Asa, sometimes Lucifer doesn't have the red hoodie. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, Lucifer warns about a great evil thing Carmen's doing involving the multiverse, which is not followed up. We get introduced to Cool Shades and James. I'm only going to be referring to Cool Shades from now on. Let's ignore the other one. Cool Shades is chill as fuck. Cool Shades is Goodman's uncle. Anyway, Jeffrey McPussy Slayer interviews Asa. It's mostly Jeffrey McPussy Slayer bullying Asa, because Asa is a chud, although I do like how this scene is shot.
Hey, Cool Shades.
Yeah.
Remember when Asa would put even the slightest bit of thought into the camera work of a Ace of the Great episode? It really stopped after Season 3 of 2022. It really fucking stopped. Why? Because Asa the Moon is a fucking chud. Anyway, they interview, Jeffrey bullies him, and then we get the reveal that, Lucifer and Carmen got a fight for a little bit. It's briefly mentioned in Allegations, where Jeffrey McPussy Slayer is slandering Asa because Asa's a fucking chud. That plotline is dropped for the next few episodes, but it is because of themes and such. Because in the Suicide Squad episode, it is revealed that they won the lawsuit, but weirdly, Goodman is forgetting who helped them. Who was Cool Shades and who was James? This is because the one above Carmen had a tragic experience behind the scenes and is erasing Goodman's memories of the people who traumatized them.
Well, the problem was...
Basically, essentially, Goodman got lobotomized.
Movie and more deal with my more personal issues, which is me trying to figure out... I don't even think... I completely forgot what the problem was. Everything's alright.
Everything will be alright in the end. This is where we move on to Season 2. The whole plot of Season 2 is Goodman is stuck in a place called the Void, where scrapped ideas go to die. No, I'm being serious, that's the whole plot. We do get to see the trial of Big Pussy Slayer and how they ended up winning that trial. This is where we get our Cool Shades appearance of the season. Cool Shades shows up in every season.
Hello, I'm the Honorable Judge Egg. Nice to meet all of you. Yes, yeah.
Essentially, Jeffrey McPussy Slayer hires Carmen to kick Cool Shades' ass. And then that's a foul. You can't do that. Eventually, Goodman escapes the house briefly. Jeffrey McPussy Slayer takes over reviewing duties. In this episode, for Goodman decides to return to the house, grab all his shit, which we get the start of the Evil Dead trilogy, the finale. Remember when Asa would do at least somewhat creative shit with the camera? I'm just gonna show off the ending, because I'm proud of this ending. I'm still proud.
It's the best. Nothing compares.
What is that? You're not supposed to leave. Over here. I'm gonna car you right in the man.
I'm back, motherfucker. Wait, don't I get...
Back in the house.
Season 3 also has zero shit going on until the Ratchet trilogy. We're gonna have to discuss the Ratchet trilogy in depth. Ace is stuck in this party, created by this guy right here, Automobile Male, who was not brought up until now, but this is Carmen's ex. This is also Cool Shade's seasonally appearance. Basically, their whole goal here is to get out of the party, which they spend 3 whole episodes trying to get out of this party. Eventually, this culminates in a massive battle against Automobile Male. There's been subtle hints about the character of Raleigh the Science Guy all throughout this show. One of the biggest hints, by the way, Goodman in Season 1 mentions they have a friend who created a show called Yo, It's Extra. In the Ratchet trilogy, we actually do get to see the character of Raleigh the Science Guy on full force in cameos where they will promote Yo, It's Extra. Because Raleigh the Science Guy is one of the many people trapped at the party. Raleigh the Science Guy will become important too, as Raleigh the Science Guy is branched to be one of Goodman's high school friends. And as I already mentioned, Jeffrey McPussy Slayer went to Goodman's high school, the main villain of the series.
It's extra.
Season 4 would be next, after Goodman finally escapes the Void, but this time they get trapped in the metaverse with 2 characters named Pom Pom and Not Pom Pom. That's Pom Pom, and the person behind them is Not Pom Pom.
Where the fuck am I?
You're in the metaverse courtroom.
Welcome to the metaverse. This is the metaverse.
As a plot of the metaverse is, have you guys seen Amazing Digital Circus? We also meet Cool Shades appears this season. Seasonally Cool Shades appearance. Anyway, Cool Shades is also in the metaverse. We also meet NFT of the Green Goblin, who all previously appeared in previous seasons as PNG of the Green Goblin, but this time he's in the metaverse. He also went to high school with the rest of these guys. So did Pom Pom and Not Pom Pom. What a nice world is it? Because it turns out that Not Pom Pom is secretly a character called Bing, although Pom Pom's name is yet to be revealed.
Jeffrey McPussy Slayer.
That's Vector from Yo, It's Extra. Anyway, Lucifer helps Asa get out of the metaverse, and then it's revealed that Asa Goodman was replaced while in the metaverse by this cat called Namduke, which is Goodman backwards. Namduke is apparently the 3rd Asa. Goodman doesn't know what Asa 3 means.
How long?
By the way, this is Goodman at this time. Goodman has been struggling. Oh, this is the Asa 3 part.
found this fucking paper. Oh, it's Ace of 3. But they don't point at a damn dude. This is the fucking third. Where's 2? I guess am I 1? Am I number 2 secretly? There's only 2 here. What's the fucking third one?
This is where we get to the Banana Splits movie, where Goodman tries to copy some of Namdu's trick, but Goodman's not really feeling it. Goodman is then kidnapped. Not really kidnapped, more of I have to explain to my own creation why actually it's not my fault all this is happening to him. It's truly the true fucking reason any of this is fucking happening to Goodman is because what would like to say co-writers, fucking actors, the chuds beneath me just don't have the fucking common sense to act correctly. They think they know fucking anything. They think they know fucking everything, and they can tell me what to do, what not to do, and not to fucking change my story on a whim because someone broke my fucking heart because I got into a fight with a fucking chud. Oh my fucking god! It's not my fault. None of you want to work. I can't work with any of them anymore. All of them are fucking cross. It's not my fault. All you are coster country. It's not my fault. The only people that can film and be out when we want to fucking film are fucking massive chuds with fucking no fucking scheduling fucking skills. Mr. Hero Chow. Mr. Hero Chow. Mr. Kirby. Well, what name should we give? What name should we give you? Bum. What name? What name? What do you like? What do you adore? Fucking hell! What are you represented by? What the rabbit? The fucking Genshin Impact rabbit? That's what I'm calling. You're the rabbit now. We got the Hero Chow, the Kirby, the fucking Bunny Rabbit. You all are chuds. Even the businessman. The businessman. We've had our complications. They still help me some. The businessman helps me enough. A little bit, but they're still not good. They're still not fucking... They think they're fucking good, but they're fucking not. She's a fucking boy. She's a fucking chud. She fucking thinks she's better than me. Thinks she can she's fucking starting up a new fucking show again because she thinks she can do better. She made 5 fucking episodes of a review to try to one-up me. Then she quit because she knows she fucking sucks. She knows she fucking sucks. And now she's trying again because she knows I'm ending and there's no one to fucking compare her to. This is why Goodman has to fucking suffer. Because what? Because there's no one else to feel the pain I do. Because I am the tortured poet. I hope you fucking know that. It is me. I'm the only fucking tortured poet here. I tried to have him to fucking reason with these fucking people. I tried to have them reason with these fucking people. And the thing they do, the thing that Kirby does, is to write in a fucking storyline. Because the Kirby loved the fucking Sad Seatbelt one, loved the Namdu shit with Sad Seatbelt, the fucking Sad Seatbelt, Chazington, and created the Sad Seatbelt fucking storyline. Where Goodman gets entranced by the Sad Seatbelt cult who worship Chazington. Chazington Part 2, McPussy Slap. That's the reason he refused fucking Evil Yo's Extra, because this is Kirby's fucking storyline. Because it's Kirby's fucking storyline. Phoenix! Not Phoenix, that's not their fucking name. It's not even close, that's the name of, that's one of the ideas I had for the name of the character. But it's fucking the rabbit. The rabbit and Hero Chow, there's the one that came up with let's expand the metaverse shit. Because they're just biding time. Because I know Goodman is gonna come in at any fucking moment. And so that's why I decided. That's why you want to play games? You want to play games with my fucking show? Goodman fucking killed himself. The reason James is gone because I wrote so James killed him fucking self. You know what happened to everyone in the meta? You want to know what happened to everybody in the metaverse? Pom Pom died years before. Norman is dead. Fucking fucking, you know who else is dead? Bing Bing Adventures is fucking dead, because once you get into the metaverse, you're dead. That means fucking Stanley is dead. That fucking Goodman is only alive because he was Goldshade's only alive. He got pulled out by a fucking Celestial. But even so, my headcanon is Goodman fucking killed himself after Goodbye Eerie. Because guess what? Goodman's life sucks because my life fucking sucks. Because my life is a living fucking hell. So why should my creations know anything else outside of living a living fucking hell? I can't go home. I can't go home and film my friends with my friends who fucking hate me and don't fucking respect me. So why? Why should they be home? Well, should they live in the comfort of their own home instead, traveling through my little evil fucking dimensions? Why? Fucking why? Fucking why? That's why I think that is the best note to end this series on. It's the best fucking note. Everyone's fucking dead. And there is no more Ace of the Great. There is no fucking more. None. No fucking more. There's nothing else to review. Fucking how do I turn this fucking shit off? There we go. Yeah, that was the worst one I made. What a horrible thing to go out on. Holy fucking shit. I mean, I was about to say, a review on, I'm not going to say it's a book I don't give a shit about. It's just something I didn't have. It's a good book. There's a lot to talk about it, but I'm not smart enough to talk about it. My whole review thing, it does this shit. It does actually good pieces of, does actually good media shit a disservice. So fuck. I just stepped on a bottle. My room's a fucking mess. What was my most popular video on,